Good morning, and welcome to Cars in Action. Now, I didn't sleep much last night, and I'm not much of a morning person at all, but I can tell you I am wide awake this morning, because we are here at Viglietti Motors in Bryanston to pick up something truly special. Alright, so what do we have here? Well, it's a Gran Turismo S that has been lightened by just over 100 kilograms, 110 kilograms to be precise. It's got a little bit more power, taking it up to 351 kilowatts. Stiffer suspension, stiffer chassis, and Maserati is fiddled with the exhaust. All of this is to create a more track-focused car. One that, while it's born to take to the track, doesn't necessarily ignore its road-going origins. On the road, it's very comfortable. Suspension is obviously a little bit stiff, but it's never uncomfortably so. And yeah, it actually could make a really decent road car. Leave it in automatic mode or sport mode, the noise is calmed down a bit, but you'll still get to enjoy it. Speaking of the noise, that brings me to one of the other modifications that Maserati's engineers have made. They've tweaked the exhaust, which means that, especially when you get it in, when you put the car in race mode, what happens is a valve in the exhaust stays open the whole time, which means you get a fantastically brutal soundtrack. And I mean, this soundtrack it's got to be one of the best I've ever heard, plain and simple. 458 Italia, I think, sounded better, but I mean, really, this side of a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, you know, this thing's got Porsches, M3s, AMGs, got all of that mixed. It just sounds absolutely fantastic. Maserati has also tweaked the gearbox. 6-speed sequential flappy paddle gearbox. But crucially, it can shift gear really quickly. When you are in race mode and you pull the paddle to change up, it can actually change a gear in 60 milliseconds, which is the same amount of time as the Ferrari F430 Scuderia. On top of that, another feature that they've nicked from Ferrari, if you'd like to say that, is as you can do in the Ferrari 599 GTO, you can just hold the downshift paddle and the car, like I'm doing now, will just keep changing down as quickly as it can. And those downshifts, I must say, they're something else. I mean, if there's one reason to own this car, it's simply for the oral pleasure of listening to these downshifts. They are spectacular.
Inside, the cabin is well built. It's very luxurious. We didn't really have any annoying squeaks or rattles. You get these fantastic sports seats covered with Alcantara and a bit of leather on the sides. Alcantara can be found on the dashboard, on the center console as well. So it's a really great car to be in. There's a real sense of occasion just sitting behind the wheel. So, how does the MC Stradale handle? Well, there's only one way to find out. The Maserati is still a big, heavy car, but it does a fantastic job of disguising its weight in the bends. It's perhaps not as dynamically sharp as a Porsche GT3, but then it comes with so much more in terms of the style, the engine noise, and so on. All in all, it is a very fun car to throw about, with good, positive turn-in, plenty of grip through the corners. Body roll is kept to a minimum, and the rear end stays perfectly planted. So, conclusions. Well, the first thing I can tell you is a day with this car is not nearly enough. I would have loved to be able to have spent more time behind the wheel. It's just such a fantastic car to drive. Perhaps, as I said earlier, as an out-and-out performance machine, it's maybe not as well sorted as a 911 GT3. That's probably a bit more precise, a bit more grip through the corners and so on. But what the Porsche doesn't bring to the table is style, passion, character and soul. And the Maserati has that in spades. It has to be one of the most beautiful cars out there today. It's aggressively styled, and it's just really good fun to drive. You can use it every day, you can take it to a track, it can just do it all. And then finally, I mean, we have that exhaust noise. It's still one of my favorite aspects of the car. Just 11 of these will be coming to South Africa. So if you have plans to add one to your garage, I suggest you get hold of Viglietti Motors right away.